Hello, my lovely friends, and this is Marta. Welcome, Merry Christmas. Today it's a second day, it's actually a Christmas day, so I'm hoping you're having a good time and you will have a little bit time as well to spend this next, I don't know, 30 minutes. I probably should say hour because I said 30 minutes yesterday and the video was hour long, but I think it was just me too much talking. Anyway, we just create those two cards yesterday, and today I want to create something slightly different, a little bit bigger card, and this time I will use some dice, but you don't have to use exactly the same dice. You don't have to do exactly, the same style card as I do. Just the main idea I want to show you, and then you can dress it up as you please with whenever dice and flowers and embellishments you have. So I'll put those cards aside, and what I'm having here is this gorgeous paper from the free designs I gave you, downloadable files, and you had this file attached to the video of the yesterday, and today I will be using that. I may use that tag as well. I have the same one in the blue color style. If I'll use the blue and I'm also having some snowflakes, I will give you downloadable files on the video in the Christmas Hope group, so definitely check this one because I want to give you supplies so you could create along with me. So there should be some downloadable file below. I think I'll attach it anyway. Yeah, I attach it anyway. It's gonna be a Christmas present. I'll give you some more printable files, and I know there's not much use for of them for you now because it's already Christmas, but maybe you can save them for next year and create something for the next year. Or it's a Christmas day, so why not create the card we're gonna be used for next year. This is what I'm gonna be doing today. So my friends, I'm having this long piece of the paper, and I just quickly need to create myself the card base, which is gonna be 8 by 8 because it's 8 inches long. I've cut it, and I need to find my scoring tool wherever it is. I don't have it. I'm gonna be using that one from the Crafter's Companion board, and I'll just quickly gonna score it, and then I'm just gonna cut the excess. And where is the scoring line? Here. Make sure it's even. Right, and I'll put this one aside, and we're gonna be doing some cutting now. I'll take my board. See, I've got mess everywhere. I must tell you, my friends, I'm just packing. You probably heard it yesterday, but it's just mess everywhere, and I honestly I've already forgot which tools I have took to a new place, and I'm just spinning around. Never mind. So I'm having my card base, and what I would like to do is I would like to dress it up with the paper strips. And before I'm gonna do that, I'm actually having a piece of the gold specialty paper. You don't have to use the gold specialty paper, you can use any other color, but I thought this one will look nice, and it will just be something to add extra sparkle to my card as well. Now I need to cut it, and the trouble I'm having, I definitely need to order a bigger cutting board, my friends, because this one guillotine, I really love it, but I never thought about that most of my cards are bigger size, so I actually should go with the larger guillotine. So definitely will be ordering another one, and then maybe keep that one extra, or if not, then maybe I'll just sell it or give it away to one of my crafty friends. Not sure yet, but yeah. So what I'm doing, I'm just marking myself where shall I cut. Do you know what? I think I don't know if I need a larger one now. I just did it and it's very easy. Yeah, I'll maybe stick with that one. Now, before I will attach my strips, which we will cut in a second, I need to have another piece of the white cardstock. Let me just grab one here. Just because I don't want to have this gold panel visible. I just want to have this little trim all on the side. So what I'm gonna be doing, I will just mark myself the line here with the scoring tool and I will cut it. So yeah, actually I don't think now I'm gonna be needing this larger guillotine, to be honest, because this one just doing fine. As you can see, I am just and it's cutting really nice. So yeah, I think I'm just, yeah, I like this one, so I'll keep it. I'm marking myself a little line and I am putting my paper, setting up where the line is, and there we go. And I've got perfectly cut frame. Look on that. Well done. Well done, Marta. So it turns out that you don't really need to have 100 tools to create something. You can always, yeah. So we've got this mat and layers, and I have this golden trim all over the place. And now, first what I'm gonna be doing is I need to cut this white frame all over. Right. Okay, now I'll trim on this side. And I hope you enjoyed my yesterday videos, and if you did, let me know in the comments. Have you made any of those slimline cards or not, or did you make the different one? Did you see the other videos from the Christmas Hope group? I hope other friends also post their videos by now, so there should be plenty of the videos to watch. Now let me see. I need to cut them smaller, but I don't want to use the whole part on one side, so I'm rather keen on cutting a little bit from both ends. That way I could still save the pattern as much as possible. And let me see, where's that line? I don't know, I've lost it. All right, something like that, I think. Would that be okay? Yes, perfect. Now what I'm needing to do is to cut a little bit from this side and a little bit from that side. Okay, I'm just eyeballing it, but this is the front panel I'll be using. So I'm having it perfectly cut, and now what I need to do, my friends, I will still need to cut a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit, maybe on both ends. One and two. And if you're curious why am I gonna do that, is there is a simple answer. I will start chopping into 1 inch or half an inch, 3/4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yes, 3/4 of an inch strips. So let me see. From this size, 1.5. Oh, that will be good. 1.5 strip, and then I will cut it half, so it's gonna be strips. Okay, yeah, I've got it, perfect. Yeah, I think the 3/4 of the inch is a perfect length, and if you see, we're just gonna do a little bit of the puzzling here. Oh, yeah, it's now all visible. Perfect. So right, I just need to trim it up a little bit straight. And now, okay, so 1, 2, 3, and we are cutting. All right, and 1, 2, 3, and we are making another cut. One, 2, 3, and here's another one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, that one doesn't. Okay, and right, and we've got 2, so 1, 2, and 3. Zrobimy tak. Tutaj sobie odetnę kawalunduś. Nie. Dobra, mamy 2. So I need to be 1.5. And I'll just chop it off. No, I can't chop it off. 2, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I think what I'm gonna be doing, I'm just gonna take one off and then use that one instead. And one, two, three. Yeah. Okay. So it's something like that. It's not ideal because I should trim the paper, but more or less this design look quite organized, so I'm not gonna be complaining about that. And look on the lovely strips we have. Okay, now my friends, what I'm gonna be doing now, I'm sorry I've just lost the track while I was talking, but I've just got focus myself on cutting the strips. And now this one, actually I need to trim it. Not sure why the paper didn't give me a clean cut, but never mind. Nothing really. Okay, so what I'm gonna be doing, my friends, I want to bound all my strips. Just to bound them in the middle, just take a finger and just to make like a wedge shape, just a teeny tiny bit just over there, and that's it. try to not crease it in the middle, just slightly bend it, so it's gonna be a bent design. Now where's the one here? Oh, we may actually fit that one now if we're gonna be bending them all, but here we go. Look on that. I'm just taking a finger and just slightly curving the paper just a teeny tiny bit, so it's adding that super fun dimension. So here we go, and I'll do that exactly to all my strips, and just so they're gonna be having this nice extra dimension. We don't curve it that way, but we just curve it this way, like through entire sleeve. Like take the finger inside and just try to give it dimension, so so they're quite like, you know, bended towards the sides on the lengthwise, not on the other side, if you know what I mean. I hope my instructions are clean for you. So I think I'm maybe the last person. Well, I'm actually recording the video in advance. It's not the Christmas day today, but I think I'm just the last person who still hasn't dressed up the Christmas tree. But I'm not quite sure whether we're gonna be spending a Christmas in a new house or the old house, because we still got all our appliances here, and I'm not sure our friend who will take his van to transport our stuff, I'm not sure if he will manage to do it on time. But then I don't want to cook in a new house and then have to carry everything to put it in the fridge over here. So I don't know, but then I really wanted to spend the Christmas in a new house. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, here's my trouble. Do you know what? I'm just sometimes thinking I'm just too lucky with everything, and my complaints are just have no stance, because there's so many people in the world who's struggling to, you know, have the housing and, you know, have a roof over their head, and I'm just sitting here and complaining that, oh, I don't know which house I should spend the Christmas in. No, I'm not really complaining. I'm just, you know, I'm just saying that the truth is that I am very happy either house. This was our house for 6 years. This is where my baby grew up, so it's lots of memories here as well. So I'll be happy, and if it's new house, then I'll be happy as well. The main important thing is it's 3 of us, and no matter what we do, no matter where we are, I am happy that we are together. And how many strips I have? 2, 4, 6, 8. Perfect. So what I'm gonna be doing is, I think I need to lay them out so it's gonna be even. Some sort of the, how many centimeters I have here? 20. Perfect. So if it's 20 centimeters, then 31 and 30. Yeah, it's just like that. 20 and 10, it will be the middle. So okay, just so we could glue it more or less evenly, something like that. Well, I'll be eyeballing it anyway. I don't know what I'm overthinking it. But now what I'm gonna be doing, my friends, I want to take the my foam, and because it's 1 millimeter thick, I'm thinking, shall I double it up? I think yes, I will double it up, my friends, just so it has nice dimension. And yes, this is something I will do for all of my strips. As you can see, yeah, it looks nice. Oh, that one, I think the last one is not even straight, but never mind, it's crafting and it's Christmas, so who would care? Okay. I think it's much more noisy outside than yesterday. Yesterday I was recording very late at night, so there was no more other um, sounds, but today you can hear the kids playing outside, and there is this seagulls because we're living on the coast, so there's always plenty seagulls during a day, and they all shout. So I don't mind. I honestly, I love seagulls. I just think like it reminds me my childhood, because even though I never grew up on a seaside, no, we were living in a central Poland, but my mom and dad, they always like to go for a holiday on the coastal, on the Baltic Sea, and there was this seagulls. It always reminds me the mornings when, we were on a holiday and I could still lying in my bed and hear the seagulls outside. So it's just something I really, really like. And at some point, we had a seagull, my friends, as a pet. Well, not as a pet, we weren't keeping it in a house, but I think 2 or 3 years ago, it was, no, more, I'm lying. That's probably like 5 years ago, because that was even before I was pregnant. Um, One day, like, we had a nest on the roof. There was seagulls. They were nesting on our house. So oh, it was loud. But one day, this poor little baby bird has fell off his nest, and it was just standing on the ground like crying. And I remember it was rainy day, so I just because the baby couldn't, it wasn't flying or anything yet. Luckily, I don't know how he felt because I haven't seen it, but luckily he somehow landed on the ground without, like, any like broken wings or anything like that. So he was fine. He was just crying because the rest of his siblings was still in the nest, and he was just on his own. So I've made him a little, like, a house from the cardboard, and I was just kind of looking after it. Well, at first, whenever I was trying to come nearby, this big mama seagull, she was trying to scare me off and shout and fly right above my head. But after a week, I think she realized that I'm not really trying to harm her baby, so she was fine. So this little baby seagull was quite enjoying our company. And then when he grew up, I don't know, to be honest, I still don't know whether it was a boy or a girl. But he was quite... Oh, why did I take it out? No, I should leave the second off. See, I'm talking and I'm not thinking what I'm doing. But anyway, once he grew up and he was old enough to fly, he was flying every single morning to my husband. Like, there was a room which is now our baby room, but before that, my husband has his like a little studio. And every morning he was sitting there because he was getting himself ready for the exams, and he was doing that before his work shift. So he was sitting there study, and then the seagull was knocking to his window to say hi, usually to share a little bit of my husband's sandwich. So they've become two good buddies, and she was with us for a very long time. But then we went to Poland for 3 weeks, and once we come back, I don't know what happened. I think she must have friended with her other seagulls and then flew away. And after some time, I think like a month or two, I've seen it coming back again, and she was stopping on our like a front driveway, and I knew it was her because it wasn't her. I'm calling her, but I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. But I know it was the bird because you can recognize it if you watch the same bird over and over again for, like, period of time. It's exactly the same bird. It's like with dogs or something. There is the same breed of the dog, but you see your dog, it's your dog. So she was coming and standing, staring a little bit, but at some point she just fly away and that's it. But we had this little seagull for a few months. I think it was like 3 good months. She was living here in a little like a cardboard house I've made for her, and that was a good adventure. So yeah, I may say that I had a seagull as a pet. So yeah. Have you ever had any, like, where you like looking after a hedgehog or squirrel or something? Like, let me know in a comment. I'm actually quite interested if anyone else had this like a odd wild animal which you like, took after your care for some time. I'm still using the glossy accent. I haven't found the bottle with the glue, but never mind. I just need some sort of a glue so I could set my strips equally. And yeah, oh, it's quiet now. I think the break is over. We do have a school not far away from our house, and I thought it would be much louder when we were buying the house, but no, it's not. It's really nice as well, and my son is having lots of company. But now we're moving to another side of the town, so I hope he will find his, like a little friends or something. Well, I could still, we're living in a small town, so I could still do his play dates with his buddies as well. But right, so I'm just gonna be gluing one by one, trying to actually, make the equal distance. And what I did, but it's a third one. Oh, never mind. I should actually start gluing from the top as well and then fill up the rest in the inside, just so I could see if I have this equal distance from all of the sizes. Because last thing you want to do is just go one by one, and then you have this like a white strip left at the end, which is like ruining the whole card project. Let me just see. I need to sneak peek to see. Oh, still recording. Half an hour. Oh my goodness, half an hour. I need to hurry up. I just need to hurry up because I've got tons of things to pack still, my friends. And my husband, he is good enough, he's excellent. He's the best husband I could dream of, and he's looking after our son just now. I think they went for a little shopping, just to buy some fruits and veggies and maybe a couple other bits. But do you do large shopping before the Christmas? I don't know. I never well, I suppose if you do not this year, but usually I'm always like surprised. Like sometimes people just seems like out by the whole store, and I'm just thinking like, oh my gosh, it's just 2 days holiday. Well, actually in Polish tradition is 3, and I know like when we were in Poland and all family gathers together, yes, you make this huge meal. But if we stay home, it's just me and my husband and our baby, who's having lots of allergies, by the way, so there is a limited of the amount of the foods he may intake. So I'm not really keen on doing tons of cooking because I know this food will go to waste, if you know what I mean. I mean, like, I am doing some and then freezing some if we don't eat everything, but I don't think this year I'll be cooking a lot. I don't know, for 3 of us, well, 2.5 to be honest. Oh, 2.5. My son is actually 2.5 years old, but yeah, for just me, my husband, and my son, I don't think I'm gonna be doing a lot. Besides, with this all boxes and all of that, I don't really feel this Christmassy vibe, to be honest. I don't think I did it. Oh, you see, I didn't do it equally, but never mind. I'll just try to maybe move the one. Oh, it's dry. It's dry already, but let me just try to lift it a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit. I didn't do it equally, but I'm just too much talking, not enough working. But never mind. So I'm just gluing that and just the last bit, and it's this lovely banners. I don't know, I like working with the strips. I love making cards with the strips, so I quite enjoy that one. Then you can still reinforce those edges, just take it between your fingernails and just so it's gonna be looking nice. And one thing you can do, my friends, if you're scared it's not gonna be looking even, you can take your scissors and you can always like go over the edges of those strips. I'm actually doing it with my fingernails, but you can go over the edges, and that way just distress it a little bit, and that way you will hide all the imperfections, which I am trying to do now. Yeah, looks nice. Look on that. So if I'll glue it to my frame and my card, it will really give me this nice, like a almost like a wood, you know, wood pattern. Now I'm having some dies. I'm not quite sure. This is the Spellbinder die. I cannot find the packaging, and I'm truly sorry about that. And this one is Daisy May design. It's one of my favorites recently, and I love the size of it, and I just think it's nice. So I want to cut them using my die cutting machine, and for this one I'm actually thinking I want to bring back some of that gold from underneath to the front layer. So what I will do, well, I would like to cut them both, but I don't think they will. No, they're not gonna fit. But I'll cut this one first, and let me just bring my die cutting machine, which is, oh, it's lying here. Right. So and I need some cutting plates as well. Where do I have them? Here, still here, where I left them. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut this one, and then do I have some, I'll just do 2 separate cuts. I hope the camera is not shaking too much, but the way I have it set up, I have it on this like a clamp attached to my desk, so whenever it's something shaky on the desk, it's shaking my camera. But I am planning that in the house we are building, and it's gonna have my studio, I will have camera attached from the ceiling. I will have this like a, I don't know, it's like a tripod or a camera arm. Well, I'm recording with my phone, but something to attach my phone, and I will attach it to the ceiling, so that way no matter what shaky job I am creating, that's not gonna be shake the screen. I'm not quite sure if this pattern is just too much gold, because sometimes I don't want this gold to overtake my card. But I still want to have it peeking through, so maybe what I am thinking, since I have this die already, I will cut another one just from the white paper, and if I only find some piece of the white cardstock, there's one here. Okay, so what I like to do, I'll take that one aside. I just quickly clean the die from this main bits. What I like to do to not have this gold over empower the whole front panel, I like to cut another piece from the white cardstock, and that way we're gonna do this shadowing. Yeah, that'll do. We're gonna be doing this shadowing. Oh, that one is not there. Oh, that should be fine. I think maybe just a little bit. I don't know where I have the poking tool, my friends. I honestly don't know where I have half of my craft supplies, because everything is either packed. I'm just having this mess on my desk, a few bits here behind me, and that's it. But never mind, never mind. So I'm cutting it from the white cardstock, and that way I'll just show you in a second. See if it cut through. I hope it did. Yes, everything seems to be nicely cut. I'll just put that aside, and now have a look, my friends. If I'll take this, I should probably emboss it as well. If you've got embossing mat, I highly recommend you to emboss the pattern as well, because it gives you a 10 times better. Oh, do you know what? I'm actually gonna emboss it. Yeah, why not? I'm saying you should do that, so why should I not do it? So I'm just replacing it, and let me grab my embossing plate here. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it upside down, make sure it's straight, and then let's emboss it. Because oh, this embossing mat is just absolutely fantastic. Do you know what? I've never tried the Spellbinder Platinum machine, but this is the reason why I'm keeping this old Spellbinder. I do have a Gemini, and I do have a Sizzix Big Shot, which I love as well. The Sizzix is the biggest, the oldest machine. Oh, that one is squeaky. I'm sorry. The Sizzix is the oldest machine I have, but this one I just keeping it for embossing. I just love it, and especially if you take the mirror cardstock, like a silver or gold mirror cardstock. Oh my goodness, it's just unbelievable. I just love it. Well, I think I will have to help use a scissors just to help to take this bits out, because it's stuck here, but never mind. I'll just quickly trim this bit and help to release the paper. And have a look, my friends, how beautiful it looks like. It's just amazing. I love this embossing, and this is the reason why I'm still keeping this machine. If you know any other machines which are having this good embossing, oh, I'll need to clean the gold one as well. Just give me 1 second. I'll just poke through those little bits which didn't came off. And yeah, if you know any machines which having a good embossing, let me know. But yeah, and look on that, we still have this gold. If we're gonna do the shadowing effect, we still having this gold frame picking out, but it's not over empowering, if you know what I mean. Like here, I feel like it's too much gold. I feel like here is just too much gold, and you can't really see it, the pattern. But if we do something like that, then it's just gorgeous. And now I have this, I think I'm gonna be using the blue one. Yeah, the blue one looks nice. I am having this Daisy May design because I want to have a little bit extra more embellishment, and I'll just cut it from gold here, I think. Shall I use that one, or shall I use something? Just give me 1 second, my friends. I'll see if I can find. No, I can't find it. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'll do it with Daisy May design and this gold paper as well. I'm having a scrap here. Ooh. And I'll just quickly cut it. Where's that? Cutting plate. And another one. and we're gonna be dressing our card. Okay. Right, so I'm stick to the die has stick to the top. Look on that stitching. I love this stitching. It's so organic and so, like, you know, I love it. And oh, if we're gonna be doing a shadow and do that, it's just plenty gold picking through, but it's not over empowering, I think. So let me just take the machine down and we can start assembling our card. What I'm having, I have 2 flowers which I prepared myself earlier, which I would like to attach, and then I'm having some snowflakes from the printable set. I will give you the the downloadable file link underneath the video on the group, as I've mentioned, and I think I will just dress it up with the snowflakes and the flowers, and that's gonna be my card. What do you think, my friends? I think it looks very, very nice and clean, and I just like it. And I maybe add some string as well, and maybe some something in the middle of the snowflakes. But that's basically gonna be my card. What I'm gonna be doing now, I will just quickly attach the, oh no, do you know what, I'm gonna do it with the foam tape, just so I could raise it and have it visible even more from underneath. It does not have to be like perfect, but if I'll raise it, that will give even more that shadow effect. Okay, and now I am adding the glue just so I could shift it a little bit. Is the bottle being dry? I love glossy accent, but the one trouble I'm having this little bit is constantly drying. And I did it once, I'll tell you, because I've learned through the experience. You know, you've got like those pens for sewing with this like a little like a little pearl on the end, and you can just use it to keep it. I was keeping one in my bottle and then it got rusty, and yes, the glue was still good, but if you're using your glossy accents for like for adding it on the shape, oh, I like it, I really, really like it. If you're using your glossy accents just to add this, you know, gloss on the top, it's gonna be destroying your bottle. If you leave your pen lying, it's gonna get rust, and that way, if you would like to embellish something on the top, it's not gonna be much matter if you're using glossy accent purely as a glue. But as I mentioned, for using it to embellish it, I've just ruined the whole bottle. So yeah, I don't normally use the glossy accents for gluing anyway. I just use it for the you know, adding this gloss on my elements. For normally gluing, I'm just using a cheap PVA glue and double-sided foam tape, and for me it's working fine. But right now I don't know where is the bottle, and I'm honestly telling you, my friends, if you would have this camera ability just to look around my studio, you would be just, I don't know, petrified. It's so much mess, but I'm halfway packed and it seems like it's no ending. And the worst is I need to empty every single drawer for transportation because it's just too heavy to take it downstairs. So I need to take off the drawers, and yeah, a lot of the work, but never mind, we'll get there, and I'm not complaining. I'm very happy because we're starting a new journey in our life. Obviously it's not gonna be permanent, we're gonna be staying in the flat for a few months only, but still I'm looking forward because I am very, very commit myself to to this downsizing thought, just so I could, you know, go over my things. Not only a crafty one, but well, crafty will be probably the hardest one. I could easily uh, get rid of like 80% of my clothing or other possession. I don't really have as many clothing, to be honest, but yeah, but I'm keen on trying to live like more minimal life, and I've seen few documentaries about having this minimal lifestyle, and most of the people who live this lifestyle, they basically vouch that as soon as they start having less possession, they have not only cleaner houses, they gain much more time from it, but they also have this cleaning thinking process as well. So apparently, if you are surrounded with the clutter, your mind is also clutter as well, which I could say sometimes it's true, because I've been living in a clutter house, and I always have like zillion thoughts in 1 minute, and I always have 10,000 ideas, and it's just my head is just like, and my brain is just work, 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 and never stop. As my talking, I think I'm talking too much, but I'm just trying to fill the time so you're not gonna be awkwardly sitting and watching me crafting in a silence, because this is our hanging time together, spending time together. So imagine just me being the friend who's always chatting. So I'll be one of them. If you ever invite me for a coffee, I would just go and chat. No, I would listen to you as well. But now, because I'm not recording live, um, I cannot chat with you. But I'm hoping, I am really, really hoping that one day I will reach the, I think it's 1,000 subscribers. YouTube require to have to be able to arrange the live recording from your mobile. I think you can do it from the camera, but I don't have this fancy equipment, and yeah, so I'll have to just wait and see. Oh, that's upside down. Oh, never mind. So I'll take some foam tape here as well, and I think I may double it up. Why not? The other cards was making yesterday, I was keeping flat, fairly flat. So this one we can add a little bit extra dimension to the card. Right. So I'm just gonna glue it here. Ah, this one I didn't glue equally, but never mind. Okay. How is the weather in your places? Let me know in the comment as well. Do you have like a white snowy Christmas, or it's just like a gray? Here in the Scotland it's just gray. Well, I don't know the whole Scotland, but on the north we very rarely have any snow here. I think, to be honest, I've seen snow like 3 or 4 times, and majority of the snow we get is just like snowy, and half an hour later it's just like all mud all over. Oh, I like that one. I really like it. So I'm gonna be putting that one, maybe just a drop of the dimension. Yeah, so we don't have much snow. It's all just gray. And I'm thinking that one year I really would love to go to the mountains somewhere, I don't know, but to have this, like, you know, some people sometimes when you watch on I watch on YouTube, and they, I don't know, they live in this like northern Canada or some other places, and they have to like dig through that deep snow. Oh, it would be lovely. I mean, like, it's lovely when you watch, to be honest. Yes, it's always, you know how it is in the life. The grass is always greener on the other side. So we think like, oh, it's lovely, they have so much snow. But then when I'm thinking of it, they could be trapped in a house. They could have a trouble to get their food supplies. They water pipes with the water could be freezing and they could not have the access to the water. So there's always a lot to go with this nice lovely white view. So I'm thinking, and the more I'm thinking of other, like, see people living in the tropical islands or things like that. Yes, it's nice, it's warm, it's beautiful, but they have those storms, they have those like hurricanes, they have those like a rainy seasons. So at the end of the day, I'm thinking, Marta, don't complain, because the place you live, it's quiet, it's I have the stain here, so I need to make sure I glue it that way. It's gonna be cover. I should, you know what? I'm just gonna tear it a little bit so I could hide it even more. Okay, yeah. So I'm just like, Marta, do not complain, because there's tons of people who actually having a struggle. So and this is something is in it. I must tell you, my friend. Back in the days, I was very, not maybe very gurney person, but I was always like, oh, this could be better, that could be better. I was always like that, on that complaint side. But since I start, I've read it in one of the books, and I start running my own like a gratitude journal. When you every day you're trying to think of like 3 things. It doesn't have to be 100. It's 3 things you're grateful for. And I must tell you, my friend, this changed my life. And as more as I am thinking of what things I have in my life, what things I am grateful for, it's just, I feel like more good things is happening to me, more and more and more, and in my life and in my family, and all the blessings it's just like, since I've stopped complaining, I'm just getting more and more good things happening. Or maybe they were always there, but I was never like noticing them, if you know what I mean. Like, if you're too busy with complaining, then you don't have a time to really enjoy the good things around you. And this is the truth. And I'm telling you, my friends, that yeah, if you're at some point, if you're in your life and you think like, oh, I'm not happy with this and that, just try to maybe focus on the good things, and you will instantly see that there's 1,000 things you can be grateful for. That you wake up, not this day today. There's hundreds or thousand people who didn't have enough luck and they didn't wake up today. So you're alive, you're breathing, you're not living in a war zone or things like that. So there's lots of the things we should be grateful for. And I'm telling you, my friends, that this changed my life. The whole attitude, like, the more grateful I am, the more good things is happening to me. And this is true. It's like, I've read one time that the mind is work like a magnet. So what you focus on is your action becomes your reality. So if you're focusing on the good things, the good things you are attracting. But if you're focusing on the bad things, there's a bad energy and bad things you are attracting as well. So it's always good idea to be mindful, and this wishful thinking, it's applied to the rule as well. Even though like your subconscious says like, oh, but I don't want to be ill, I don't want to something bad happen to me. Yes, but you've been keep thinking of it, like, and this is how it supposedly works. And I think it's working, because since I have my son, and I've started to be more like, aware of my thinking, of my, gardening and everything, because the kids are just like a magnifying glass for the parents. So whatever you do, whatever you think, you just, you transmit it onto your baby. So I knew I didn't want to have my baby to be like gurney and, unhappy. Then I needed to do something with my gardening, so I stopped it, and it changed my life. It changed my life. Ouch. Ouch. I touched my finger. Oh, never mind. Ow, ow, ow. Be careful with the hot glue. Not like me. Burn my fingers too many times, but never mind. It's creation. It's worth it. So I add some. I should probably glue the ribbon before the flowers, but never mind. Never mind. This way, this way. Yeah. All right. So I think my card is basically ready. I hope you enjoy this session, this little like a vlog style crafting again, and you didn't get bored with me talking too much. And what else I could say to you, my friends? Thank you so very much for spending this Christmas time with me. And if you watch it on the Christmas day or day after, or on the holiday break, thank you so much, my friends, for being here, for commenting, for your likes, shares. And I really encourage you to check this Christmas hub group on the craft world, where you will find lots of other inspiration. There's a huge group of the crafty friends who decided to jump along and create something. So this is my creation for today. I hope you enjoyed this card, and stay blessed. I am wishing you all the blessings. As I mentioned, be careful with what you think, with what you wish. So try to think positive ways, so the positive things could come your way. And thank you, thank you. I'll pray for your health. I'll pray for your dreams to come true, and all the blessings. Stay safe, and I hope to see you here shortly. Have a lovely, lovely, wonderful Christmassy day. Bye bye.